Yo, um, I think I just went viral. Well, at least viral for me. So my last video that I just published 3 days ago, where I was celebrating being so thankful for hitting 200 subscribers and the slow, consistent pace there. Why am I getting ready to celebrate 300 subscribers 3 days later? I'm shooketh. I'm like, okay. Yeah, so since publishing my video on Saturday, March 15th, that video has gotten, I got my little handy dandy notes. That video has gotten over 1,300 views, more than 80 subscribers. I'm like right now as I go live, it is, we're at 292, right? I'm sure by the time I wake up in the morning, I'll be over 300. Uh, with 50 plus comments because there's like over 100, but part of them is me responding back to everybody as much as I could. Um, got 13 email signups, and one person actually booked a consultation with me next week. And in my form where it says, well, how did you hear about Denise Renee? They legit put YouTube video and put the link of the YouTube video. I click it, it was that video. So, how exactly did that happen? What kind of Sierra prayer did I pray? Well, this is what I'm going to tell you and break down how this actually happened. I was not expecting these results, but I was kind of hoping that, listen, my goal was like, you know what? If this video gets 300 views or more, I'm good. I wasn't expecting 1,300, but I want to break down in this video the three things that I did in that video that's giving it this mini, viral for me success. Because maybe, just maybe, you might want to try this too if you are a small content creator. Now, by all means, I am not a YouTube guru. I've watched plenty of them, but I'm not a YouTube guru. And the main focus of my channel is not YouTube tips. But it does kind of come up because in the pages section of my my channel here, I do talk about business growth and things that I'm doing to grow my business, and growing a YouTube channel is a part of my branding. Now I am just jumping on here tonight. I just got off of hosting a virtual networking event here in the Metro Atlanta area. I was finishing up prepping what I need to send out to everyone. I was like, I still have to finish editing my regular content video for tomorrow. I'm not sure if I'll get it done for tomorrow. It will be tomorrow or Thursday. But I was like, I wanted to talk about this and I wanted to do it fast. So, welcome to my first live. I will save the live so that you guys can come back and watch it. But yeah, no editing. I just didn't have time to edit. So let's get into the three things that I did, the three things that I focused on to get such a powerful surge in subscribers and people coming onto my email list, et cetera, et cetera. So the three things that I did are, number one, I focused on the video title. Number two, I focused on the thumbnail. And number three, I focused on the content hook. All right, so those are the three things. Now, maybe you've heard other creators talk about this, but I'm gonna talk about it the way I talk about it and what I do it, because I find that a lot of content that's for growing your channel is very much for someone who's a little bit bigger, a little bit more known, and those tips and tricks, they kind of work for people. But if you're looking for what's actually happening for people who are less than 1,000 subscribers, I'm showing you exactly, literally in real time, what I did to get so much traction on that video. All right, so again, I'm just sharing with you what I did. I'm not a guru, but if you want to try it, by all means. So, by way of an introduction, my name is Denise Renee. I am a book writing coach and a manuscript editor. I typically am working with business people, whether you're professionals or you have 9 to 5s or whatever, what have you. If you're any type of leader in your field, in your job, or you have a business, you're a solo entrepreneur or entrepreneur of a big whatever, however, whatever size company. I help people tell their stories, tell their business stories, share their expertise, and use that book as a leverage to then go ahead and get invited on to Fox and CNN and all the media and all the podcasts and things like that, and really take that book to help them grow their brand. So if you're just brand new to me, I took a big business break about 5 years, about 5 years ago, and just started coming back to rebuilding my brand. So I have experience in business, but I feel like I'm starting from scratch again. And so I'm just starting from scratch. So a part of my business growth plan is using YouTube as a way to attract people into my orbit, into my sphere, onto my email list, and to grow the brand and the business from there. So I just wanted to share a little bit about who I am and why you may not always see me talking about YouTube, but I will. I will. So yeah, that's just a little bit. And if you just want to know a little bit more about what to expect on this channel, I give business book writing tips. I have my Sell Your Book podcast, which interviews other business minded people. They're not household names, but they're out there writing books and selling. And I'm just gathering their tips and for how they're selling and sharing it with you guys. I also have my unpublished podcast where I share my own fiction writing and nonfiction writing. So I do, I share that. And then there is the Pages blog, which is this section where I talk about the behind the scenes of rebuilding my brand and building my business. And now talking about YouTube. So this is where this will live. All right, so let's get into my little tips and then get going because my day is still not over. So, like I said, my video kind of went semi-viral, and it was actually intentional. Like I said, I didn't know what the results will be. My goal was just to get above 300 because let me show you a little bit in my YouTube back office here, what my views usually are. So let's see. Can I do this? I'm gonna have to read. No, it's not backwards. Okay, no. All right. So you can see we're here at 292 for right now. Um, this is this video that I just published on Saturday. That's the one that's going crazy. No, wait, what are we doing? Okay. Oh, okay. Well, that's how many views it's gotten since it was first published. And it's just taking off like a rocket, child. Taking off. Okay, but that's not what I want to show you. I want to show you so what I normally 25 views, 51 views. Um, oh, it's not showing me. Oh, I have to go to content. I'm sorry. My bad. Listen, this is what happens. This is what happens when it's live. All right. Um, oh, don't do this to me. View all. That's what I want. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. I can't get. Ah! All right. We got to reverse. All right. So 25 views, 51 views, 78 views. That's like a pretty good video for me. 17, 32, 36, 145. Now that one kind of broke out on me. I was like, oh, okay. Hello. We'll do more content like that. People have been responding to that. So I'm like, okay, cool, 32. So again, that's why I was just like, look, and there's another video down here that had like almost 200 views or over 200 views. And I can't, where is it? Okay, here it is. So this one had like 198 views. That's one of my Sell Your Book podcast episodes. So for me, 300 views was like, that'd be great. But I got way more than that. I got way more than that. But like I said, it was intentional. All right. So it was intentional because I decided if you want visibility on YouTube or on any platform, but YouTube is my focus as well as LinkedIn. If you want visibility on that platform, you've got to play the platform's game. You have to become a really good student of the platform, and you need to see, okay, what type of content performs well on this platform. There's lots of different types of content that performs well on YouTube, but based on my algorithm and what I see, I watch a mix of learning content from other business owners. I watch, a lot of YouTube gurus and YouTube growth, and I also watch some entertainment. So my algorithm is kind of spread out. But when it comes to YouTube, I do notice what types of videos tend to perform well. Because what I tend to see is a lot of people, I'll see the same kind of title over and over in my feed. Big clue, big, humongous clue. Pay attention to what YouTube is showing you. Pay attention to a video from a creator that grabbed your attention and it's got all these views. And then you go to their channel and it's like, oh, they don't have that many subscribers, but this video is performing very well for them. Pay attention. So that's what I've been doing. I paid attention. And I specifically, like I said, my number one thing that I paid attention to was the title. I'm gonna be 100% transparent. I have a background in digital marketing and as a marketing copywriter. If you don't know what that is, that's basically using words to sell. So I know all about writing a good title, but you also have to look at what is the algorithm picking up, what is the algorithm pushing, and rock with it. You have to do your own version of it. So I noticed that a lot of people were talking about how YouTube is changing my life. And I've seen all kinds of numbers. I've seen it with a lot of smaller numbers, and I've seen it with medium-sized numbers and bigger numbers. So I was like, you know what? This idea came at the cross section of my content and what I do. And I was like, you know what? This fits nicely in Pages. This is a nice behind the scenes. I have been working at this really hard. So you know what? Let's take a moment and let's do a YouTube change my life video alongside of and talk about the business growth and everything like that. So the title definitely, I just piggybacked off of other people's titles and I made it so that it fit me and it fit my content and fit where I am and it's authentic to me. But I straight up borrowed other people's titles. And I have a list of other titles that I'm finna borrow. Absolutely. Absolutely. Because it's about getting attention. And if this particular title is getting attention, let's use it. So that was my number one trick. I need to get the attention. I need to get more people knowing who I am. Hey, hi, thanks for coming on board. And that's what it is. All right. So that was number one. So yeah, okay. And I got my little notes here. And as I go through them, we're yanking off a page. All right. So is there anything else I wanted to say about the title? Yep, I said that. So another thing about what makes a good title are the keywords that are in it. So who you're trying to target. Now, I did know that this kind of title is going to bring in a broad audience. However, because I know that not everybody is going to want to stick around for the book writing content. But like I told you, I have 4 different segments and 4 different types of content that people can get into, get it and enjoy. So it's not just all one thing. But I knew I was going to be casting a little bit of a wide net. But like I said, my stats, and in that video, I said I pay attention to really subscriber count is nice, view count is nice, but I'm looking to see how many people am I bringing from my YouTube channel into my business. So, like I said, I got at least 13 email signups, as you know, from what I looked at earlier. Uh, Keep watching it throughout the week and see, how what it comes down to. And one person signed up for a consultation. Like, this is what I'm doing YouTube for. So I'm really grateful and thankful for that. So yeah, I don't mind YouTube being the funnel for my business. Let's cast that wide net, but then we're going to narrow it down and catch the fish that we're really looking to catch. The number two thing that I did was focus on the thumbnail. Now, I will say that my thumbnails have been evolving. Let's go back to where is our, boom. My thumbnails have definitely been evolving since the beginning of the year. So this was okay, let's get, there we go. All right. So this one on the bottom here is the first one I did in January. I published in January. And so I was playing around this. Okay. Doing this in reverse is tough. Okay, here we go. So I was playing around with different things, but you can see it's a little bit kind of all over the place. The placement of the words. This one, you can't even see any words on it. But then you'll notice they start to get a little bit more uniform. Little bit more uniform. So last year, I would have a little bit more like colorful um, thumbnails. Let me see if I can show you. Yeah, so like I had different ones where I was, trying to make sure I was just, talking head feature, and you can kind of like read, uh, trying to keep it simple. But I had all kinds of stuff going on. And what I decided to do was just like really simplify it. I've been observing, again, just watching what's working on YouTube. A really simple picture, a really simple screenshot. So a lot of times you're just going to catch me a screenshot from that video. Then I'm putting two, maximum three words, and I'm making the words much bigger, very easy to read. And then I've started to add some contrast. So I do a little trick, a little hack in Canva. So I kind of pop myself out. I give a shadow to the background so that now these words in white, they really pop out. And I want it to be two words, one or two words, maybe three. I cannot get my life together. And I also made sure that it's mobile friendly. You notice how I don't even need my glasses, and they're right here in case I need them. But I don't need my glasses to see I'm shocked. Start here, bro. AI, well, I know this one says AI writing stinks. I can't really see the writing, but AI stinks. Hire Gen X. I make it really easy and mobile friendly because not everybody's going to see everything on a computer. I like watching YouTube on my computer or on my TV, which is on the other side of me, but not everybody else does. Oh, I got some comments. Sable Creates says hello. Hello, Sable Creates. And hello, Jason Scott Montoya. What's going on? And you can change the old thumbnails. Yes. And I will be going back to change the thumbnails from January so that they all have like a good consistent flow. And if later on I decide to make a different change, I might do that. But for right now, I'm just going to only go back as far as January, because what I also do is in my videos, I will pop up the thumbnails from past videos. So I'm not going to change all my old ones because I'm not going back and redoing all these old videos. We're not doing that. But I will at least do it from for the ones moving forward. I can add that contrast and make those words pop. So really, for YouTube, it's really about catching the attention. It's the title and it's the thumbnail. So when you hear the YouTube gurus talking about title and thumbnail, title and thumbnail, title and thumbnail, okay? And then my number three thing that I did to really pay attention here, let me just make sure I didn't miss anything. Nope, didn't miss anything. Yep. Then the number three thing was really getting into the hook. So again, this is kind of like another, copywriter type of term, but the hook is basically just, what it sounds like. It's what hooks you in. Think of, you're casting your net out there, you're throwing your fishing line out there, and you've got a hook, and you want to hook your fish in because you want to have a nice dinner, nice fish dinner tonight. So the hook is really about what gets people into the video. It starts with the title and the thumbnail, but then it's also what are you saying in that first beginning part of the video that's getting people's attention and keeping them. You're not going to keep everybody all the way through every single video. I wish, but it's just not, it's just not going to happen. So what I have been doing in all of my scripts lately, so I've really been like practicing this all the way, since January, is I do not give like super long intros. I'm like, okay, here's a problem or a challenge or a solution for me since I'm in an educational niche. I'll position something, and then if I can, get some curiosity going. I think that's what really worked on that last video is that I said I started it by saying I didn't, you saw, I assume that you saw the title and the thumbnail. Like, I'm shocked. I got, 200 subscribers and my life has changed. I addressed the elephants in the room immediately. I said, no, I didn't, make $1 million. I didn't get a whole, bunch of, new clients and things like that. So it's like, well, how in the world can I say that, YouTube is changing my life? And I said, well, that's the point of this video now, isn't it? So it's kind of curiosity building, and people are going to know, well, what is it, girl? What is it? So I kind of get to it really fast. And it's because I'm an educator. I love to give you numbers. I love to give you bullet points. So I'm always like, okay, number one, number two, number three. And what I do in my videos, even in the beginning of this video, I said, this is what I'm going to cover. This is, what we're talking about. This is what I'm going to cover. These are my points. And, you can skip ahead. If you're watching this as a replay, you can skip ahead to where you want to go or watch the whole thing, which I would love and prefer you do. But what have you, so that people know what they're getting in the video. And does that repel some people? Yes. Okay. So it's for people who don't want to stick around for that, or they're like, that's not what I really want to hear about, then they can go away. I look at that as a good and a bad. I look at it as a good thing, not a good and a bad thing, but I look at it as good. Like for your stats and your analytics, it's bad because, oh, people are clicking away. But it's good for me from a business owner perspective because I want to talk to someone who's interested in this topic. And if you're not interested, then I don't want to have a whole bunch of views on a video, but you're not really interested. That's not a good signal for me. I would rather have I showed you, I'd rather have my 25 views on a video, but knowing that those 25 people really wanted to see that, and really, and the few people who commented, like, these were really helpful tips. This was really, I really got something for this, or, can we talk further or whatever? That's what I really want. So if my first, 1 or 2 minutes is about making sure I've got the right person listening to my video, then that's time well spent. And for them too, because if they don't want to be there, they can bounce away. So those are my three things that I did to see that type of growth on that video. I have no idea what this video is going to do. It's my first live. But like I said, I wanted to address this, and I just didn't have time to, record and edit and because I already have 2 videos to edit. I'm not going to belabor this. Thank you very much for those of you who jumped in on the chat. I appreciate it, especially because it's my first live. If you have questions as you're watching the replay, drop them down in the comments. I'm very much known for, if it's a good question or a good comment or something like that, I will definitely go ahead and make another video about it. So if there's something else that you want me to talk about in the future about, growing as what I'm doing to grow on my channel, if you want me to, show you my little Canva hacks for making my thumbnails, or some of my other hacks for like finding good topics, good titles that I can kind of hijack and make my own, I'm happy to share about that as well. So just y'all let me know. I'm happy to do that for you. Sable Create says, congrats on your first live. Thank you so much, Sable. All right, so your girl's got more to do, and right now on the East Coast it's 10:53. I've been live for 24 minutes. That's about amount of time that my videos usually are. So I'm gonna say peace out, and I will be back on the channel tomorrow or Thursday. Depends on if I fall asleep. But my next edited video. But I thank you so much for hanging with me. More to come. Bye.